What's going on, Gemini? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to your collective message. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Shani and this is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. You can find some collective messages posted for us all throughout the week. You can find your Gemini readings being posted on Thursday, and make sure you tap in on Fridays for the elemental messages as well. If those are things that you would like to keep up with, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if you feel at any time that you need more clarification, confirmation, or anything like that when it comes to your own personal energy, feel free to click the link in the description area and book a one-on-one service or session. Okay? Now, with that being said, we are about to get into your reading today. 3 different aspects. What is it that Spirit wants you to know? What is it that you need to work on? And what is the potential outcome of the energy that presents itself? Okay? Let's get into it. All thanks and praise to the Most High. You know their hearts and you know their situations. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive this message at hand with an open mind and an open heart? I ask that you give me the words that I need to be able to articulate this message as best as I can. And I also ask that you clear anything standing in the way of the clarification, confirmation, transformation, and healing at this time. Ashe. Ashe. Amen. All right. Spirit, what is the message that you have for Gemini? Thank you. We got okay. Underneath it all, we start off with the 3 of Discs, which is talking about working on like getting things together, right? You working on putting in the work. Let me say it like that. You working on putting in the work that needs to be put in for yourself at this time, right? The Knight of Discs in reverse is after that or behind that, which is like, you know, some type of stagnation, some type of hold up, possibly procrastination. When it comes to you actually tapping into yourself, right? And maybe you're already in the process, but Spirit probably like, yeah, but you lollygagging a little bit. Like, you just, come on, let's get to it. You know, let's get this thing on the road, okay? Type of energy. But again, that's just the start. Real brief. Underneath it all, let's get into this messages. That's the energies that are on the table. For starters, you have the 3 of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Okay? Now, with this 3 of Wands popping up and showing up in reverse, that is a clear indicator of you not acting, right? Because Wands is all about action. You're not acting as if you have what it takes for you to make your next move, take the next step, or whatever the case may be. There's some resistance to you actually realizing that. So when it comes to what you need to be aware of, it's like, take a step back, right? And when you're in that energy of feeling like, dang, I don't got it. Like, I don't got what it takes. I don't have the confidence. I don't have the courage. I don't have the information. I don't have the experience. I don't have the whatever it is that you're feeling like you don't have. This is something that's already within you. Like, it's in you. It's not on you. It's in you type of energy, okay? And what's probably needing to happen is for you to actually just take a step back, like a retreat, right? Like, take a step back, relax, even if it's just for a day. Maybe you may just probably need a couple hours, but even if it's just for a day, if you have to take a week, right? And this is going to give you more fuel to your fire to start doing the things that you know you need to do, okay? So be aware that you do have what it takes for you to move forward. You do have what it takes. You just, again, need to probably take a step back and put yourself in a position to recognize this, right? Maybe you're overthinking this. Maybe you are allowing too many people to, you know, put their 2 cents in on what it is that you need to do or how they feel like you're supposed to do something. But when you take this step back and you relax, you will recognize that you do have what it takes to move forward. So start preparing for that. Start preparing for that. Start preparing for you to take a little break, a little breaky break, okay? Because that is what came out in the what do you need to know energy. You know, what do you need to be made aware of? You have what it takes, basically, to do what you need to do. You just got to take, like, now it's time to take a step back. Maybe you've just been constantly putting in action or constantly making moves, and it's just still feeling like you don't have what it takes to do, you know, the thing that you want to do next. But, you know, even small steps lead up into a longer distance, you know? Taking those small steps, eventually you'll be to walk about a mile. Spirit, what is it that Gemini needs to work on? What is it that Gemini needs to work on? Thank you. Okay. What I say? I just said that. I just said that earlier. Yes. Underneath it all, you got the Hangman in this part of the reading, which is like start looking at things from a different perspective, right? You can look at things from a different perspective, especially if you feel like you're at a dead end at this point. No, now it's time for you just to like really, really get creative on what's to come next. Like what am I supposed to do next? Get creative with it, right? You are the creator, so get creative with it. But the energy on the table, we have the 5 of discs in reverse. You have the Princess of Swords. Okay? And then you have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Now with the 7 of Swords, I just said like maybe you probably, you know, letting people put too much of their 2 cents into your situation or to what you got going on. But overall, this energy is like, you know, work on worrying so much. Like, work on you not really being consumed by what other people think you're supposed to be doing, in a sense, right? Because in your mind, you're like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to do this because this is how I was taught to do it. This is how I'm supposed to do this because this is how this person said to do it, right? But when you feel like I don't want to do what they told me I had to do, or I don't want to do it that way, don't be so consumed by how somebody else is going to feel, or maybe even what they might think, you know, because you've done something your way. Your journey is your journey. Your path is your path, and it's your path for a reason. It's not for them to figure out what you need to do for you. It's for you to figure out what you need to do for you, right? So even when they show up and they be like, well, I told you to do woo, 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 you can easily explain or express to them like, yeah, I understand that you had told me to do it that way. However, I didn't think that it was going to work for me. I was open to hearing it, but I still had to do what I needed to do. You know, it wasn't like I was just being dismissive of what you said. I had to reevaluate. Maybe I even had to reconsider. I had to do something because I've tried it that way before. You told me this last time and it didn't actually work out. You know what I'm saying? So don't be so, you know, caught up in how other people may react or respond, or even to what they may think when it comes to you doing things your way. Okay, that's what they're giving you to work on. You have nothing to work on being so worried about, you know, how other people low-key expect you to think, if I may say it that way. Excuse me. But right before I started y'all reading too, my throat keep on getting a little itchy, a little scratchy, like let mucus keep on just getting stuck right here. And, you know, I feel like it's wanting to keep me from saying certain things. It's gonna come out. But for somebody, you need that part of the message as well to, you know, learn how to effectively express yourself, right? In a healthy and effective way. Spirit, what is the potential outcome for this present energy? Thank you. Okay. Ooh, looking like ooh. So underneath it all, you got the 7 of discs, right? You possibly are about to have to like walk away from some things, some people, some thought processes, something, right? With the 7 of discs, and you may feel like dang, I'm working on this, but I'm failing in this other area. Trust me, that's not the case. Trust me, that's not the case. when you have to let go or when you have to walk away, right? Sometimes that is what it takes for you to be able to level up, for you to be able to move forward. Because again, maybe you've been holding on to a thought that this is how something's supposed to be. Say, for instance, you're starting a business or you have some type of an idea and you're keeping your people that's closest to you a part of this plan. Some of those people may not be a real part of the plan. Right? Do you understand what I'm explaining? You want them to be. You think that, oh, I'm about to make it, I'm finna do something, I need to have them apart because these my people, these my folks. Well, sometimes no, right? And because you see things a certain way, and maybe even your the way you think about this thing could be limited, allow God, spirit, source to lead you, right? When things, like, allow things to happen how they're supposed to happen, because how they're supposed to happen is how they're going to happen anyway. No matter how you resist it or how long you try to resist it, it's going to happen. And then going into the energy on the table, okay, we got the 7 of Cups. You have the Princess of Disc in reverse, okay? And then you also have the 9 of Swords in reverse, okay? Now, with this energy, Gemini, it's, again, you know, it's you about to start recognizing and realizing some things. Maybe how you were lying to yourself about something. Maybe you're holding on to this thought of what you think somebody is, and now it's actually showing up. Whether it's you holding on to the potential of what you thought somebody was supposed to be, or who somebody used to be for you in the past. And once you start to recognize that, it's going to put you in a position to start putting life back into yourself, right? At some point, this energy could have been draining. It could have been, you know, like uncomfortable, misleading type of energy. But with the potential outcome showing up, it's definitely putting you in a position to start putting life back into yourself in some way, shape, form, and or fashion, okay? You have to learn to be honest with yourself. I want to say that. Like, make sure that you're being honest with yourself. And when it comes down to it, be accepting things for what they actually are, opposed to what you thought they were or the potential of what they could be, right? Maybe back in the day, maybe shit could have been 2 weeks ago, don't matter. Maybe back in the days, something was something, right? Something was giving everything that you wanted it to give. And today is not really operating like that. However, you can see it getting better, right? Like you see it has the potential to get better, right? I want you to pay attention to what it's giving you now, because the past is the past and the future ain't here yet. And the energy is always shifting and changing. So be mindful of what it is that you're allowing yourself to operate in or associate yourself with and things of that nature. But most definitely, it's time to start making shift happen and recognizing that you are the it factor in your own situation. So this is the message that I have for y'all right now, Gemini. Again, please do make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep up with these messages. And until next time, enjoy yourself. Peace.